A blessed day to all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Today is Sunday, beautiful day. And not only Sunday, but it is also Father's Day. Want to say shout out to all the fathers out there. Want to say, whether biological or otherwise, once you're playing that role, we definitely appreciate you. The kids are the future, so it's always good when they have a fatherly figure in their life. All right, so we have two stories to touch on in this one. Now we see where Afghanistan, they are scattering the flowers at Dwayne Bravo's feet. Yes, they are, letting people know that they appreciate him, and he's bringing a lot. He has brought a lot to the team. So we're gonna take a look at the article focusing on that. Plus, last night, we see where Australia, they were able to get the better of Scotland, therefore allowing England to qualify for the Super 8. So give a listening ear until the end. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. If you have not yet subscribed, today is a good time to subscribe. That is what I'm asking for Father's Day gift. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, all right? All right, so let us talk about Dwayne Bravo first. Taking this one from the Sportsmax website, so all credit goes to them. Now, Dwayne Bravo, as we know, he's working with the Afghanistan cricket team as bowling consultant / bowling coach. Man has a whole lot of experience behind him. Now, when it comes on to Dwayne Bravo, he's still active, playing franchise cricket. He was just retained by the Trinbago Knight Riders. And I see where a couple of people, talking, and they are saying that people like Bravo and Pollard and these guys, they should walk away and give the youngsters a chance. But what we have to understand is that the owners, they are the ones that, they are the ones that are selecting the players that they want to play for their franchise. And if they are still believing in these players, then obviously they are going to go with them. Because believe it or not, franchise cricket is not really about developing players. The franchise owners, they want to win. And if they think Bravo and Pollard still have the ability to bring glory to their franchise, they are going to do that. So people are questioning why is it that they are coaching and still playing. But that will explain it. Franchise teams, they care about winning. They don't really care about developing the players. So Bravo, who is coaching, he's a part of the Afghanistan coaching staff. They are crediting him for the way in which the players are thinking and how they are playing. So this is Jonathan Trott, the former England international, who is the head coach. So this is him, and I quote. This is Jonathan Trott here speaking, and I quote. Obviously, Bravo is really well respected. His work ethic is great, along with the other coaches. His knowledge of the game and the amount of T20 cricket he has played, the conditions, and obviously his knowledge of the local grounds and how they are going to play is a great asset to have. Right? He went on to say during this T20 World Cup, Bravo will bring a whole lot of experience to the team. He went on to say, I've obviously played against him, and getting to spend a lot of time with him is great, and is great to have, and it's great to have him here for the batters as well. He was a really good all-rounder, right? Lots of experience to draw from, and we are pleased we have secured his services for this team. So Dwayne Bravo there. Now, their pace bowler Faruqi, he said this about Bravo, and I quote, DJ Bravo have been with him. DJ Bravo, I have been with him from the last 4 years. I have played with him in the same team. He knows me, and I know him as well. Right? He gives us tips as bowlers as it relates to bowling in the death, and he comes up with crucial with ideas in crucial situations, right? So as I said, my viewers and subscribers, it would have been very good to have somebody like a Dwayne Bravo and Pollard and these guys, working with West Indies cricket in whatever aspect. But they are no longer international cricketers. They are not employed by by CWI. So those who believe that these guys should sit down and just look, is not so it work. I have always said it. I know people going to say that I am not patriotic. No people going to say that I am sellout, just like how they are sellout. But think about yourself. You are at your current job. You are no longer being paid by the job. Are you going to just turn up for work, sit down, and just look, and you're not employed there? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You understand? Just like anyone else, I would love to see these guys, the CWI utilizing their knowledge. But if they are not working with CWI, what can they do? No, go work. With the new T20 league that they have coming up in that will be played prior to the CPL, to discover young talents and all, it would be good to see these guys working with these youngsters and helping them to make that transition. But if they are not employed to do it, how are they going to do it? They obviously have a family to support. And people like to count people's money and say that the amount of money that these guys make during their career, they don't have to work again, they can just come and give back. A lot of these guys, they are giving back in their own way, especially to their local clubs. You understand? But we can't just sit down and count people money and say, boy, they don't need to work. Right? If that was the case, a lot of those directors in CWI, they can give up their job and go back and give back also. Because a lot of them being paid millions for years now. So I just really like to look at things, as it is. It would be nice to have Bravo and Pollard and these guys. And some people don't even want to hear us talking about them once they are not playing for West Indies, but that are not coaching for West Indies. But that's not how it really works out. So, it's good to see Bravo being appreciated. And, we also saw where the English players, they were talking about Kieron Pollard. Also, they were saying that Pollard is definitely a gem and they are lucky to have him on board. So, good to see our former players out there making a name for themselves. All right, just before we go, Australia, they played Scotland last night and they won that game by 5 wickets. Scotland batted first and scored 180 for 5. Australia, they got 186 for 5 with 2 deliveries to spare. Right, Scotland at the top there, George, he made 35. But the top scorer for them was Brandon. He got 60 from 34. Berrington, the captain, he got 42 from 31. And bowling for Australia, Adam Zappa, he got 1 for 30. Glenn Maxwell, 2 for 44. And, we also saw Nathan Ellis getting 1 for 34. Mitchell Stark, 1 for 31. And Ashton Agar, 1 for 39. All these guys bowled 4 overs each. Now, when it was time for Australia to reply, Travis Head, he made 68 from 49. David Warner only got 1. Mitchell Stark, he got 8. 8. Glenn Maxwell, the big show, he made 11. Marcus Stoinis made 59 from 29. Tim David was left not out on 24, having faced 14 deliveries. Now, bowling for Scotland, Mark Watt picked up 2 for 34. And we saw Sheriff, he got 2 for 42. So, with the victory here for Australia, it means England, they have qualified and they will be turning out in the Super 8. So, that is basically it, my people. Gonna leave it right here for now, and we will touch base again. Big up.